Missed an episode of your favorite podcast? Choose from over a decade of content in our archives, not just the latest episode. All free at gcnlive.com.
This is your call to action. Get prepared, America. Economy, survival, energy, disasters. This is USAPrepares.com. Informative radio, educational radio. Interact now by emailing instructor@USAPrepares.com or text at 434-390-7953. Class, please take your seats. Now, your instructor, Vincent Finelli.
Watch the greenbacks tumble.
Yes, there's nothing like the joys of live radio, especially when you don't have the guests with you. This is your captain speaking, John Regan. I'm sitting in for Vincent while he takes care of things on the farm. And we're supposed to have Larry Nichols with us on Tuesday. And I did try calling him yesterday. I have the same number everybody else does. And I've got voicemail and didn't get a reply. I was hoping that he'd be here anyway. I know that he's had some health issues lately. I hope that he's okay, especially with all the information that he's been providing us about that wonderful political family that we know as the Clintons. So just on the off chance that he wasn't going to be here, I went ahead and prepped to do another monologue show. I hope my voice holds out. So if you want to follow along, you can go to thefinancialstateoftheunion.com and click on the news tab, and you'll have all the links that we have for today. I know that's a long link, so you could always go to usaprepares.com. That's usaprepares.com. Click on the instructor link, and at the top of the financial section, you'll find the link to my site. I'll go ahead and continue on. As you know, I've been working on this report to try and tie things together to give you a picture of what things are looking like right now with everything going on in the world, and doing this so that you can make better decisions for your life and preparations. And so for today, I've just provided one link. It's called Nolan Chart. And this is to help with dealing with that false left-right paradigm that we're confronted with every day. We're taught that all there is left and right, liberal and conservative, and you've got one choice or the other. Well, the Nolan chart puts another axis on that. Instead of just left-right, we have up and down, where we've got libertarian at the top and statist at the bottom. They include a centrist area for people that are really confused and don't know where they want to be. But if you click on that link, it'll do a quick 10-question survey. You may not find exactly the statement that you agree with in the section, so just do the closest that you can. I have seen other sites that provide more questions and don't try to do things like here, where you only have the 10 and you're actually combining a couple of questions, and it's like one half's answered the way you want it and the other half is close but not really the way you want it. So just do your best, and it will display where you are on the chart. I'm one of the ones that appears in the libertarian area. I had Becky take this a few years ago, and she was really sure that she was going to be extremely conservative. She found out that she was extremely libertarian instead. And this can be used to help open the eyes of some people to realize that their beliefs aren't what they're told their beliefs are. And having that other axis, sometimes you'll hear it mischaracterized where the libertarian side is anarchy. And that's not what it's about at all. It's about freedom. The statist side is about control. And one of the things I'll do to look at that left-right paradigm, and yes, this is an oversimplification, but if we look at it as compassion, which especially the left side tries to do, compare the right to being not compassionate, the left side, we would say, if you're on that extreme left side, you would say everybody gets a handout, regardless of their situation. And those on the extreme right would say nobody gets a handout, regardless of their situation. And there's very few people in those extremes. Most people are going to fall somewhere in the middle, saying that, people that need help should be helped. And there's definitely some of that's biblical. We're supposed to take care of orphans and widows as a duty. And I really don't think there's many people out there that don't want to help people that truly need help. So when you start looking at it that way, the question isn't even left and right anymore. It's whether you're about being controlled by a government or the freedom where the people are the sovereigns, like our constitutional republic is supposed to be. So that's my piece of the puzzle for today. And we'll just slide on down into the financial section. And what I did for today, yesterday was a bit different, where I did my normal news for the week, and then I went back and picked up items that had been on the list during the last month, but we just ran out of time during the show and couldn't get to them. Well, I've got another folder that I use for items that we don't even get up on the list, and got some good news. Larry Nichols has called in, and my voice is very, very glad that we have Larry Nichols today. Good morning, Larry.
Hey, good morning, John. I'm sorry. I was waiting on you to call, and then it hit me. My God, I was supposed to call in. Please forgive me.
Not a problem. I'm glad that you're okay.
I've been a little puny, so you'll have to forgive me. And but I'm here now. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. And if you weren't in for the top of the hour, just so you know, Vincent is okay too. It's just, he's a farmer, and he's got to do things on the farm to get ready for winter. So I'm just stepping in and filling his seat while he's getting that done.
Well, thank you for filling in for him. I'm glad to have you here. After the debates last week, people should see, John, that things are just in one heck of a mess. Just one heck of a mess. Now, You know, I've said since day one, I do not know. You know, I don't know whether Trump's the real deal this time or whether he's playing a game. I just don't know. But, you know, a lot of people saw what I have known for years, which is, you know, we get roped into believing things that just aren't true. For example, Fox. I hear people all the time say, well, that's our network. You know, that's the conservative network. No, it's not. I mean, they come across that way because that's where they get their audience. That's where they get their financing. But Murdoch, I assure you, is a Hillary Clinton guy. And he was one of the first people to put money into her campaign for president. And after that debate, thank goodness, people got to see from the questioning that, you know, maybe Fox isn't quite as conservative as it is made out to be. And that part of it that is conservative, John, is strictly doing the bidding of Karl Rove in the Republican Party. You know, it was their job, this past debate, it was their job to knock Trump out of the box. And surprisingly, it didn't work. You know, if Trump is real, he's ahead of the game. Donald Trump's no fool. He's played the media game before. He's not going to get put aside like so many newcomers in politics. He's still standing. And it still remains to be seen whether he's in for the long haul. May I explain to the audience, John, why he keeps saying that he's not going to take an oath that if he loses, he's not going to switch to run independent?
Go ahead.
I think a lot of people don't understand what this is about. I will take Ron Paul. The last time Ron Paul ran for president, he was doing pretty good. Well, the RNC didn't want him in the race. They didn't want him doing good. So what the Republican Party has a nasty habit of doing, John, is they got a nasty way of outing people in the primary by tricking stuff in a state. So what happened to Paul in about 6 states, they went in.
Hold that thought.
State, all right?
Larry, hold that thought. We're going into a break.
How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
If you're worried about your health and you're tired of the nasty side effects of harsh drugs or antibiotics, then look no further. Supernatural Silver is the answer. Supernatural Silver is a powerful immune system enhancer that can be used every day to help keep you healthy and well with none of those nasty side effects. It's extremely safe for use internally as well as topically. And Supernatural Silver is hundreds of times more effective than colloidal or ionic silver. It is perfect for use in the sinuses, eyes, ears, and on any wound or skin issue. Supernatural Silver is also extremely effective when taken orally and can help fight off bacteria, viruses, and mold that may be overwhelming your immune system. Go to supernaturalsilver.com, supernaturalsilver.com, and use the promo code SILVER2015 for 30% off of your entire order. And give yourself and your loved ones a fighting chance with Supernatural Silver.
For over 5 years, you've been hearing about the Berkey guy, so you may know a few things about him. For example, you are well aware of the superior quality and effectiveness of Berkey water filters and accessories. But did you know the Berkeys have had independent lab tests done to prove just how effective they are? It's true, and he can email you the test results. Just visit goberkey.com. You may also know that the Berkey guy has helped tens of thousands of people get better prepared. Now here's something you may not know. GoBerkey.com has amazing specials and deals all the time on a wide variety of survival and preparedness products. Most ready to ship same day. Visit the Berkey guy at goberkey.com and be sure to click the red Products on Sale Now button. You can always call toll-free 877-886-3653. Again, that's 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com, home of the Berkey guy.
Are you excited about the World Wide Web? Do you want a place where you can share your ideas and express yourself? Well, dial up your modems and stream on down to the GCN Live Community Forum. Lots of radical features await you there.
Wow, Internet guy, I'm so glad I went to the GCN Live Community Forum.
You too can discover why the World Wide Web is awesome. Just go to gcnlive.com/forum. That's gcnlive.com/forum. I'll see you in cyberspace. Friend GCN Live on Diaspora and Cross.tv.
Silver has always been nature's very own antibiotic, and only one system allows you to produce an endless supply of nano-sized silver solutions right from the convenience of your home. Silver Lungs. With the addition of our unique lung delivery system, respiratory infections are targeted directly, where traditional oral administration simply cannot reach. This pioneering method also preserves the original particle sizes and delivers your silver solution directly into the bloodstream. See the Silver Lungs generator and lung delivery system at silverlungs.com. That's silverlungs.com.
This is John Regan at the controls today. We're fortunate to have Larry Nichols with us. He's been telling us more than what most people probably want to know about the inner workings of the Clinton administration. And you were talking about the Republicans this last segment and how they were treating Ron Paul. Please continue.
Yeah, John, what they did is they went into 6 states and they got the state parties to kick Ron Paul off the ballot. And when they did that, there was no way he could win then. So he had no choice but to pull out. And so what Trump is trying to do, and here again, I'm neither for or against. At this point, I don't know. I hope he's real. I mean, he's doing a good job of getting the issues out that we need out. But he's holding over the Republicans that if they do a dirty trick like they have done to several other candidates throughout the recent years, if they pull that on him, then he's going to switch and run independent. He's not, I don't believe, saying, at least as I've heard him, if he's defeated fair and square, I don't see him doing that. But then again, I don't know. And then again, I don't think he sees himself being defeated. But that's what it's about. It's about the rules that the RNC has used time and time again. When somebody gets in the race and is doing good that they don't want in, and they certainly don't want to shake things up. So that's what that's about, in case people don't know. It's not just about him being a spoiled loser, I don't think, at this point. It's about the tricks that they'll use. John, Washington is a sinister place now. There's nothing real about it. Nothing. Democrats, they're not real. Republicans, they're not real. They don't represent us. They don't even try to represent us. We've literally got a government that's in place to rob us and take from us every day. And if you think about it, every day now, every single day you wake up, folks, You wake up and you've got less freedom than you had yesterday. In some area. Now, sometimes it's not obvious. Sometimes it's not an area that we see. But I assure you, every day, we have less freedom than we did yesterday. And when you take that and it just keeps building and building and building. And then what happens, John, is we're no longer America. Now, there are those of us, including me, who question right now whether we're America. We're certainly not the one I grew up with. I would imagine the same for you. It's they play a lot of games to try to make us think we are, but we're not. Now, what's going on with Hillary? Hillary's fixing to start making her move. You see, in the system that we had, this won't sound crazy, but for Hillary to run, she has to become the underdog, John. They have to be the underdog. When she ran against Barack Obama the first time, she didn't use the system. And she came into it, if you'll recall, she was the anointed one. She was it. And she lost. She lost. Well, this time, if you notice, Bernie Sanders drawing huge crowds. What's scary about that? He's a socialist. Look at his crowds, folks. Look at the people that show up at Bernie Sanders events. Number one, they're New Hampshire and that part of the country that's liberal anyway. But look at them. Look at the crowd. Look how young they are. Young, they don't even know. They don't know what socialism is. They don't know it from a duck. They just think it's cute.
And if they really knew, they wouldn't be for it. We're coming up on another break. This is John Regan with Larry Nichols. We'll be back in a few minutes.
We've been patiently waiting while you tried to ignore us, waiting while you acted like we didn't exist, waiting for our chance to be taken seriously. The wait is over. GCN is available 24/7 at GCNlive.com. Navigate through news from your favorite hosts and download archives of past shows. Download the app on your smartphone or tablet or visit GCNlive.com for instant access and live streaming. GCNlive.com, the future of talk radio, now at your fingertips.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit and carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Hi, Ted Anderson. I'm placing a silver dollar in a book explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Did you know that drinking pure, high alkaline water is one of the most important factors in maintaining high energy and vibrant health? Most experts agree that the water you drink should be at a pH level of 8 or higher. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops, available only at alkavision.com, combine a unique formula of only the most alkaline minerals. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops alkalize your water, ridding the body of harmful toxins, and helps you regain health and energy. Alkalizing your water by simply adding 10 drops of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops helps the body rid itself of acidic waste, increases oxygen content, and raises the pH of your body to healthy levels. And bacteria and viruses cannot survive in an alkaline high pH environment. Order your bottle of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops for only $29.95 at alkavision.com. That's ALKAvision.com. Or call 269-409-1776. 269-409-1776. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com today.
All right, so suddenly Walmart, eBay, Amazon, everybody wants to ban the rebel flag. Well, the rebel flag is an important part of American history. The rebel flag is still a long-standing symbol of Southern pride and Southern heritage. So if the big retailers want to play into political correctness and try to deny the history of America, let them. Go to ourflags.com, that's R like rebel, R, the letter R, ourflags.com. Get your rebel flag before they actually do outlaw the things, huh? Ourflags.com, that's ourflags.com. Go now.
Mike Stenerson for Midas Resources. At no time in history have precious metals been more important, certainly not in my 22 years in the industry. The dollar's lost over 90% of its value in the last 60 years. No fiat currency has ever survived the government printing presses. Ours is not immune. The time is now to be proactive. 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Anything tied to the dollar is at risk. CDs, annuities, 401ks, IRAs, stocks, bonds, you name it, so decide. Do you want to leave a legacy of wealth or debt for your family? The choice is yours. Call me at 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. That's 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Be proactive, not reactive. Call 1-800-686-2237, extension 116.
Affordable health insurance was the promise of Obamacare, but for many, the government mandate caused more problems than it solved. And I want to tell you about a truly affordable alternative, Liberty HealthShare. Liberty HealthShare bypasses doctor and hospital panels, giving you the freedom to choose 100% coverage up to $1 million per year per occurrence, who includes dental, vision, pharmacy, and holistic care. Call 1-800-714-6993, 1-800-714-6993, 1-800-714-6993 today.
You pick up the receiver with your heart racing and sweat dripping from your forehead. You finally muster the courage to dial the number to call into your favorite talk radio show. It rings once, twice, and then...
Hello, it's GCN. What's your name and the state you're calling from?
Surprised you got through, you squeak out.
Jason from Minnesota.
Please hold.
As you patiently wait for your turn, you begin to daydream about being a famous talk radio host and what it would be like to have your own show.
Jason from Minnesota, you're up.
Millions of loyal listeners worldwide waiting to call and talk to you.
Caller, are you there?
Cheering crowds surround you, calling out your name.
Jason! Jason!
Going once, twice. Okay, we gotta move on to the next caller.
You blew it.
Huh? Wait, no!
Interact with the host you're listening to right now, online at gcnlive.com. Click on the community link. Engage with other listeners. Ask questions. Start debates. Don't agree with the host? Let them know. Be a part of the community at gcnlive.com.
This is John Regan at the controls today. We have Larry Nichols with us. You know, it was a few years after I left the Air Force that I picked up a copy of the Communist Manifesto from a used bookstore. And I didn't have to get in too far to it to figure out that what communism was slavery. Only instead of private ownership, you were owned by the state. And socialism is pretty much the same thing, only you're moving over to where instead of being the state, it would be corporate. And that gets into the fascist area. Most basic is matter of semantics. Either way, you're owned. So, Larry, please continue.
And John, what's so terrible is these young people. They don't realize what they're going to because it's cool. You know, they're into it. And remember, it was the young people that came out in mass that got us Obama. You know, the young can be manipulated. They have been able to be manipulated throughout all the time the world's been here. But here we go again, the young coming out. And they don't realize that if this Bernie Sanders were to win as president, their futures would be sealed. Sealed. They wouldn't have a future. But you see, they don't care. It's just cool. What we have to do, guys, is we need to understand one thing. And I don't know how to say it, John, except just come right out and say it. This election, you better vote wisely. Because it probably will be the last vote you get. The last time. Now, does that mean we won't have an election after this election? I'm not saying that. And of course, all the media and everybody will jump down my throat saying, oh, who's out here saying that, you know, we're not going to have elections anymore after this election? No, I'm not saying that. We'll probably have elections. You know, Cuba, Russia, they have elections. They're just not like the ones we're used to. See, John, if Obama, and every time I see like now, this flare up in Ferguson, when I see it, I hold my breath. Could this be the start of riots that allow Obama to cash in the FEMA provisional government, what we know as martial law? And then if he does, because of the national crisis, he'll suspend the election until a later date. You know, in times of crisis, they will say, it is impossible to hold a fair election, fair and free election. So they'll just suspend it temporarily. It's just temporarily don't ever really end. But every time I see Ferguson flare up or some other place, I wonder, is this the time that Obama cashes in the FEMA plan? And at this time, y'all, this is where I get in trouble again. I say the best friends we have in America today are Bill and Hillary Clinton. And that sounds pretty duplicitous. It sounds like I'm speaking with a forked tongue. I'm not. It's just that Bill and Hillary are probably the only two people that have the power to stop Obama from pulling the FEMA provisional plan. They know about it because Bill was going to use it. And if Hillary's elected, I'm sure she will use it. And then they become king until forever. The reason this will be our last election, folks, is because right now, today, if we make it through the Obama part of it, here's what's going to happen. We've got some number of millions of illegals that are set to be able to vote. And all they have to have is driver's license. You know, John, Supreme Court's already ruled no state, isn't that a weird ruling from the Supreme Court? No state has the right to ask anybody when applying for a driver's license their place of origin. Isn't that kind of a weird ruling from the Supreme Court of the United States of America? Why would they rule such a rule that applies to all states when, if it was tested at all, it was tested in one state, not all. But they ruled specifically all states, no state can ask for origin when somebody applies for a driver's license. Now what that does is that means when you take all of the illegals in this country and you give them the ability to have a driver's license, you've got an awful lot of votes that are going to be cast in the next presidential and national election. A lot. And in most cases, the votes that will be cast by these people, they will not make. They don't care nothing about voting. They just want the driver's license so they can get around, not worry about being picked up by the police. But when they get their driver's license, you can bet that the Democratic Party has their name and has it on something that they can handle and go in and vote them absentee on an absentee ballot. John, think about that. The past 10 or 12 elections we've had for president have been decided with less than 2 million votes. 2 million votes. Now, let's take 20, 30 million voters coming in that are illegal. Pardon me 1 second.
You know, there's,
think about it, John. We've got 20, 30 million. How many are going to get driver's license? 10 million, 20 million? When they vote, you and I, and everybody listening to my voice, we're not going to be pertinent in a national election ever again. Isn't that a sight? Isn't that something to fear? That's what scares me, John. Hillary? Yeah, I know Hillary. Pardon me once again, the doctors are calling. Hold on, talk for a minute.
Okay. One of the things I've pointed out lately is they came out with the latest Social Security trustee report, and buried in the details of the report, they have a table that says how many new immigrants we expect by year. They have two columns, one for legal.
I'm back. I'm sorry.
I was talking about the Social Security trustee report. They've got a table in there that lists what they expect coming in, both legal immigrants and other immigrants. And basically for the near term here, if you look at a 4-year presidential cycle, they are expecting at least 5 million new immigrants, both legal and illegal, during that time. So please continue. Larry?
Yeah, John, I'm sorry I couldn't hear what you were saying right there, buddy.
I was talking about the Social Security trustee report. They've got a listing for how many immigrants they expect by year. And I was just saying, in a 4-year presidential cycle, we're looking at least 5 million new immigrants, both legal and otherwise.
Well, that's right. I mean, when you take 5 million voting, the election's over for us. It's over for us. That's why I say, John, everybody's worried about Hillary. And of course, anybody knows Hillary, it's me. I know Hillary and Bill. But the way things are shaping up, John, we've got so many enemies that have control of us right now that the Clintons, they ain't big on that list right now. It's the whole system that's taking us down. It's the whole group of them. They've all been bought out. We've got the best government money can buy. It's just we the people don't have the money to buy it anymore. That's what's bad.
Yeah, I think you're kind of preaching to the choir on that one. I look at the current administration, and we have a lot of Muslim Brotherhood members in there.
Oh my, yes. I mean, when you figure the Muslims we got in this country, my God. I mean, think about it. We got a Muslim for president. We got Muslims everywhere trying to kill us and blow us up. What was it last week? Louis Farrakhan said he wanted 10,000 people, 10,000 brave men to go out and kill people. If I'd have said something like that, they'd have put me under the jail. But he was able to pull it off.
And they said it's protected free speech.
Well, it is protected. It just wouldn't be for most people in this country. Most anybody, white, black, red, pink, green. If anybody else said it, they'd be in jail.
Yeah, and then you add on to that other things going on. I was just reading where the Chinese have had access to the emails of high-level administration officials since like 2010. So,
well, yeah. And what I'm having to do, I've got a doctor's thing that I'm going to let me handle this. If you don't mind talking for about 5-6 minutes.
Okay, well, we have a break right now, so a few of those will pass pretty much. Scott Regan with Larry Nichols.
By now you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit usaprepares.com. That's usaprepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. usaprepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
There are hundreds of silver products on the market today, but there's nothing like the astonishing health benefits of the multi-patented One Silver Solution. Boost your immune system at a great price with our Silver Solution Liquid, starting at $12.95 a bottle. Now available in regular and extra strength. That's half the price of the leading competitors. Call 844-USILVER for your free catalog, or go to onesilversolution.com. onesilversolution.com. There is only one Silver Solution.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
Hi, this is Walt Augustinowicz. I'm the founder and CEO of ID Stronghold. By now you've heard our commercials about wallets that protect you from electronic pickpocketing. 10 years ago, I created a way to protect my own cards from prying eyes after government officials started talking about issuing a national ID card with a built-in radio chip called RFID. I felt having to broadcast my personal information was an invasion of privacy. Soon after, it was also announced that credit cards, debit cards, U.S. passports, hotel room keys, and even transit passes would all soon incorporate RFID. It was then I formed ID Stronghold to share my inventions in blocking RFID signals with the world. There are a lot of misconceptions out there today about RFID. I encourage everyone to get informed and get protected. Please go to idstronghold.com and get the facts and the wallet, sleeves, or badge holders you need to protect your personal financial data. You'll be pleasantly surprised that through our direct sales model, you won't pay more than other comparable unprotected wallets. It is as though the protection is free. Visit idstronghold.com today.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich? Working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare? Having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom106.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom, the number 106.com. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom106.com.
We've all heard the news stories. Another shooting. And they're getting worse. That's why Infidel Body Armor introduces Infidel Fridays, exclusive 24-hour insider deals to save you money and possibly save your life. Make it a favorite when you log on to InfidelBodyArmor.com. Then be sure to visit each and every Infidel Friday to get special insider pricing, but for 24 hours only. That's InfidelBodyArmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
This is John Regan sitting in for Vincent. We do expect Vincent to be back on Friday. Larry, you back with us?
I'm back. I'm sorry about all this, folks. I just had a little medical issue I'm having to deal with. Bad. Vincent got farming and I got medical junk got to deal with, but we're getting it done. Hopefully I'm through. But anyway, you know, John, It sounds crazy, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's Hillary. It doesn't matter if it's Bush. It might matter if it's Trump. But if Trump were to get elected, let's deal with Trump and let's say he's the real deal. He looks eerily close to following the pattern of Ross Perot helping Bill Clinton beat George H. Bush. But let's make him be real. And let's say he wins. What's going to happen to Trump? He's going to take office as president. He's going to probably go in with the right idea. I believe if he wins, he'll go in and try to do what he was elected to do. But he's going to meet Congress. He's going to meet our government head on. And folks, I don't even know if y'all realize, but with the addition of these super PACs, see, used to, John, it was illegal for a foreign government to contribute to a presidential or any campaign in America. It was illegal. But now, thanks to the super fund, anybody can do it. China can come in and buy any politician they want to buy. Now, no, they're not contributing directly to their campaign, but they're contributing to their super PAC. And of course, everybody knows that a super PAC runs ads for the candidate that they're supporting. And now the story is that a super PAC cannot in any way talk or have anything to do with the campaign. They have to be totally independent. But if you believe that, I got property to sell you. But now, through the super PAC, foreign governments can even get in and buy our politicians. China, Japan, Iran. Think about it. Iran wants this little deal that they've got going with Obama. All they got to do is buy off a bunch of Democrats. They got it. That's all they got to do. That's what's wrong with us. We're losing ourselves. And it doesn't matter anymore who's the president. All that being president matters is to the person that's going to be the president. The power they get. Now, Hillary's going to be a little bit different in one regard. You see, in 1986, when we developed the plan that she's following right now to get to be president, within 6 months of when she becomes president, she will appoint Bill to be ambassador to the UN. And then, in the 86 plan, we looked at Carter, Jimmy Carter. And we saw that when Bill would be president, when he quit being president in what we called the out years, then they would form, like Carter did, a foundation. And see, a lot of presidents, most presidents, they just form their library, presidential library. But you'll notice Carter goes out and builds property or does whatever. And Clinton formed the foundation, the Clinton Foundation. And what have they done? They've gone all over the globe with these little countries with pet projects. I know, I hear the music, guys.
Yeah.
Pratt, huh?
Yeah, we're getting ready for the top of the hour break.
All right, buddy.
Okay, this is John Regan with Larry Nichols. We'll see you after the news and a few commercial messages.
How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle. a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit guns80.com, guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
In the U.S. alone, a home invasion occurs every 13 seconds. On top of that, the average response time for 911 is over 15 minutes. That just won't cut it. Don't allow yourself or the important people in your life to be victims. When seconds matter, don't be caught stumbling for your firearm. Get the protection you deserve. Get yourself a hidden holster from hiddenholster.com. It's the original hidden holster. The hidden holster is quick, easy, and convenient. It's versatile enough for the home, workplace, or virtually anywhere else you might need it. Have peace of mind with your firearm close by at all times. Go to hiddenholster.com. That's hiddenholster.com. If you own a firearm, you need a hidden holster. Your protection matters, and self-defense is the best defense. Go to hiddenholster.com. That's hiddenholster.com. The original hidden holster.
Healthy, organic, fresh fish, robust, mouth-watering vegetables, all from your home. It's called aquaponics. This brilliant, self-sustaining protein and veggie system is perfect for year-round growing. Know exactly where your food is coming from. Aquaponicssource.com is the one-stop shop for all your needs. Fish, fish food, plumbing, full systems, classes, and more. Learn to build your own system. Go to aquaponicssource.com for a free guide to aquaponics. That's aquaponicssource.com.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state in back taxes, you know they'll never stop coming after you. With bank levies, wage garnishments, they'll even seize your home or business. The good news? A government program for tax debt forgiveness. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative.
I'm Paul Sibley with U.S. Tax Shield. We can help navigate the new laws, get you protected, and resolve your tax issues permanently.
Call the experts at U.S. Tax Shield now for your free consultation and get a guaranteed quote to resolve your case. Call 800-436-6451. That's 800-436-6451.
Welcome to hour number 2. This is John Regan sitting in for Vincent this week, at least until Friday. I'll be looking forward to getting him back in the pilot seat. If you join us at the front page of usaprepares.com, you'll see an article starts off SWAT Team Raid St. Louis. If you scroll down right underneath that, you'll have the article posted from interview 104 with Larry Nichols. And that article has not only the replay for that show, but if you want to donate to Larry Nichols, it gives his PayPal address, which is nicholslive@aol.com. And it also has Western Union information as well. Larry, you were talking about the plan back in the 80s and how that's being used.
You bet. Well, what I was saying, in the out years, they would set up a foundation. And then the Clinton Foundation would get involved with all of the minor countries in the UN. Remember, even though we pay 80 to 90% of all the bills to the United Nations, we have one vote. Just like the least country in the world, we have one vote. And by doing what they've been doing during these out years, what you're seeing, John, is they are facilitating that when Hillary appoints Bill to be our ambassador to the UN, within a very short period of time, not to exceed 6 months, he will become Secretary General of the United Nations. Now, when that happens, folks, Bill and Hillary will be the most powerful couple in the history of the world. In the history of the world. Those two. Think about it. Then, the lines were really blurred. You know, they're getting blurred now between United Nations and our country. I mean, every time we turn around, we're letting the UN have more and more power in this country. So when that happens, there will be no line of distinction between us and the rest of the world. And Bill and Hillary will be the power center for the world. Now, folks, that ought to scare you. That ought to scare you if it was anybody in that position, any husband-wife team. That much power should scare you to your knees. So when you make it to Clinton, it really gets bad. So you see, we've got a reason, and I want Hillary to be president. We really do. But right now, we've got to have them stop Obama. Because Obama, in my opinion, has a plan for the United States of America. He does. And that's to make us become a caliphate for Islam. So then, if he could convert us to an Islamic caliphate, then he would become the leader of Islam globally. He'd be the big guy. And see, John, that's what I'm talking about. Everything that has to do with our political system has to do with the individual. Everything has to do with bettering them, giving them power, giving them the next step to something that they want. And then all of the senators and congressmen, they're just little bit players in this game. And you've got all the countries in the world, the major companies buying in and taking us over. That's why the last time I was on the Vince, which I assume is in that replay, I laid out a plan that we must implement to save our nation. It's the only thing that'll work. And that plan, simply stated, folks, is getting back to states' rights. We got to find us one state where the people say, you know what, this is some law, something we want done in our state, and then put it on a ballot, then vote it in, and then you have a state legislature that when it's on the ballot and voted in, the state legislature ratifies it, then sends it to a governor, and the governor signs it. And then, as I stated last time, it'll go to state court, state lower court. Since the judges in the state lower court have to get elected, they'll go along with it. Then it'll go to the state Supreme Court. And in most states, as I said, you know, the state Supreme Court justices, they have to be elected. And since the people voted it in, they'll go along with it. But then it'll hit that big bear, federal court. And when it gets to the federal judge, as we've seen all too often, that's when it ends. That's when some black robe mob federal judge just takes his pen and shuts it down. And in the plan that I have, we handle that simply. When the federal judge, when it's taken to federal court and the subpoena is issued to the governor to come to federal court to defend this law that the state passed, the judge is to say, no, I'm not going. Not going. And don't go. Force the federal government to take action. And you will see then see that the federal government has no power. It has no power. There's nothing they can do. And as I pointed out in the last program, proof of that is Colorado. Colorado put on the ballot, passed it, state legislature ratified it, the governor signed it, legalized marijuana. And guess what? There wasn't anything the federal government to do about it. So it does work, and it will work. To further that plan, I'd like to introduce another part of it, the law. I need some state to adopt this law. You see, we've got immigration that's tearing us up, illegal immigration tearing us up, not to mention what it's going to do election day. But one of the reasons we're in such poor shape with jobs with our economy, with our health care. We're inundated by illegal immigrants all over this land. I dare say, take a map of the United States, folks. Take a dart and throw it. Wherever that dart hits, I promise you, where that dart hits, I bet there will be a contingent of some size, some big, some small, of illegal immigrants right there where that dart hits. Folks, that's massive. That is massive. And so then when we start talking about how to stop it, we hear all the old standard lines. Well, let's build a wall. You can build a wall 30, 50 foot, 100 foot high. It doesn't matter. They'll go over it or under it. Well, let's go around the rest of them. Well, if you arrest them, you put them in jail. There we go. Now we got to pay room and board for millions of people. That won't work. Well, let's catch them and send them back. Well, then we got to pay bus fare, plane fare. That'll cost us. But there's an easy way to solve it. An easy way. And that is the law I propose for a state to activate and implement. And folks, this is where you come in. Think about this law. Think about it. What it does is it says any employer caught hiring an illegal, the first time will pay a $5,000 fine and 90 days in jail per illegal caught working for them. $5,000 fine, 90 days in jail per illegal. Now, second offense, $10,000 fine and 5 years mandatory in prison. Guys, I bet you can count on one hand the number of businesses in a state that the owner gets arrested, fined, and put in jail. And there will not be any illegals working in that state. There won't be nobody hired. Then, for anybody that rents property, leases property, sells property, same fine applies. If you're caught renting to an illegal, $5,000, 90 days in jail per illegal first offense. $10,000, 5 years per illegal second offense. And then look what happens, guys. They got no place to stay. They'll have no jobs. They'll have no place to stay. Seems cruel. Let me tell you what you say. You don't like it, go to some other state. There are plenty of states like California that'll just welcome you. Just not in the state that adopts this plan. Now that handles illegal immigration. But then we've still got another problem, which is terrorism. We've got a border that's wide open. Terrorists can just come right across the Mexican border and blow us up, kill our family. Well, if you put in the immigration plan, they ain't going to be able to rent any place. They're certainly not going to be able to work until they pull off their dastardly deed. So you've hindered them there. But there's one other step. In World War II, against Japan, we didn't know in this country of the millions of Japanese Americans in this nation which ones were possibly saboteurs or spies. Had no way of knowing. So what our government did in that situation, declared war, put them in internment camps. Now, we are in a war footing right now. We are in a war footing right now. Islam has declared war on the United States of America. Now, folks, just because we hadn't declared war back doesn't mean Islam hadn't declared war on us. So
hold that. Larry, hold that thought. We'll be back after the break.
By now you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit usaprepares.com. That's usaprepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. usaprepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows. Pause and rewind live TV. Even skip the... Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
Okay, honey, I have to ask, and be honest here. Have you been taking a little blue pill? Because things have been pretty good in the bedroom lately.
No, I swear.
You didn't pick anything up at the Pharmacia last month in Cancun?
No.
Well, something's different.
I have been taking that heart and body extract you bought me.
But that's for your heart and to control your cholesterol.
Well, I read HB extract also promotes healthy prostate function.
I never guessed it would work this well, but
you're glad it did.
Oh, yeah.
Heart and Body Extract is a 100% organic formula that promotes a strong heart, healthy arterial flow, better circulation, improves erectile and prostate gland function, and provides youthful energy, strength, and stamina. Find out more at heartandbodyextract.com. Heart and Body Extract paired with healthy heart choices is a winning combination. Call toll-free to order or for free information. 1-866-295-5305. 1-866-295-5305.
KDArmor.com is your one-stop shop for the most affordable body armor, period. With packages starting at $169.99 and free shipping on every order. KD offers soft armor and rifle threat rated armor up to level 4. Go to KDArmor.com and get your body armor today while you still can. Mention this ad and receive a free tactical scarf for a limited time with any body armor package. That's CATIarmor.com. Come and take it.
Healthy, organic, fresh fish, robust, mouth-watering vegetables, all from your home. It's called aquaponics. This brilliant, self-sustaining protein and veggie system is perfect for year-round growing. Know exactly where your food is coming from. Aquaponicssource.com is the one-stop shop for all your needs. Fish, fish food, plumbing, full systems, classes, and more. Learn to build your own system. Go to aquaponicssource.com for a free guide to aquaponics. That's aquaponicssource.com.
This is John Regan sitting in for Vincent today. We have Larry Nichols. We were talking about our adversaries, the Muslims. And while we're on that, I'd like to get your perspective on another adversary, which is Russia. And I'm just like to know, in your opinion, are they a real adversary or a fake adversary?
No, they're not real. They're not. John, there is no reason under the sun for us to involve ourselves with Russia. None. It's actually a European problem. You know, Germany, France, guess what? Let them tend to it. We're not going to go over and intercede. We cannot. We don't have the ability to intercede there, John. Let them do it. Now, they want to do it because, of course, they buy all their energy from Russia. But that's their problem. But what they do with the Ukraine has no bearing on us, and we should not. You should notify, if it does any good, your congressman, your senator, and say, just stay out. We don't need to be there. It's not going to hurt us, whatever they do. It's going to get down to the European nations what they choose to do, not us. Now, I got bad news, John. I've been informed by the medical people here that I got about 30 more minutes, and they're pulling the plug on me. I just want everybody to know I've had a little bit of a medical issue that took place yesterday. I'm sorry. I guess now the jig's up. People know why they kind of have to ask for help on PayPal. I mean, it's because I can't afford what I have to have done. But I don't want anybody to think what I say or what I do on this program, John, is predicated off of money. Nobody has to send anything to me at all. I don't want you to. If that will affect what you believe in the message that I bring, please don't. Now, back to the Muslims, John. You know what we need to do? We don't need to put them in internment camps. Not going to do that. But every Muslim in this state that we are going to hopefully find that will implement this, every Muslim must go to the courthouse and register. I know everybody's going to say, well, my God, you're going to make them register. That's not American. Let me tell you, we don't know which Muslim in the community of Muslims in a state, we don't know which ones are bad. We don't know which ones are going to go crazy. We don't know which ones are tame, which ones aren't. So at least by getting them to register, what we're able to do is keep track. And then as a part of this law, forcing Muslims to register, is another thing. The state should form and will form its own anti-terrorism task force, its own terrorism group, coordinated through the state police, much like they do with narcotics task force. The state police forms an anti-terrorism section, and it works in conjunction with the counties and cities. You know, we've got to find the terrorists that live among us before they blow us up or kill somebody else. And John, remember, these terrorists are here now. And they're ourselves here now. And they want to kill our children and our grandchildren. It's bad enough they want to kill us. But do y'all hear me? These sworn Muslims, followers of Islam, they want to kill our children and our grandbabies. And I'm not going to let it happen. We can't let it happen. We've got to do our part to try to stop. The federal government's not. So it'll have to be done at the state level. Now, once again, there will be people that say, well, that's just too harsh. You can't do that. You've got the same answer you had for illegal immigrants, John. Find another state to live in. Just leave. Just leave. You know, it's not Baptists, little gray-headed Baptist ladies that are the ones out plotting to blow us up, plotting another 9/11. It's not. It's within the Muslim. It's within the Islamic community. That's where this fundamental, homegrown, whatever you want to call it, threat to blow us up resides. And the only way to find out where the bad guys are is we've got to know where the Muslims reside.
Now hold that thought. We'll be back after this break.
All right, so suddenly Walmart, eBay, Amazon, everybody wants to ban the rebel flag. Well, the rebel flag is an important part of American history. The rebel flag is still a long-standing symbol of Southern pride and Southern heritage. So if the big retailers want to play into political correctness and try to deny the history of America, let them. Go to ourflags.com, that's R like rebel, R, the letter R, ourflags.com. Get your rebel flag before they actually do outlaw the things, huh? Ourflags.com, that's ourflags.com. Go now.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto users. If you or a loved one took Xarelto and suffered a serious bleeding event, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Xarelto is a popular prescription blood thinner used to prevent blood clots and protect patients from strokes. These serious bleeding events have led to numerous cases of hospitalization and even death. Phone lines are open 24/7. Call 800-261-0937. That's 800-261-0937.
In the U.S. alone, a home invasion occurs every 13 seconds. On top of that, the average response time for 911 is over 15 minutes. That just won't cut it. Don't allow yourself or the important people in your life to be victims. When seconds matter, don't be caught stumbling for your firearm. Get the protection you deserve. Get yourself a hidden holster from hiddenholster.com. It's the original hidden holster. The hidden holster is quick, easy, and convenient. It's versatile enough for the home, workplace, or virtually anywhere else you might need it. Have peace of mind with your firearm close by at all times. Go to hiddenholster.com. That's hiddenholster.com. If you own a firearm, you need a hidden holster. Your protection matters, and self-defense is the best defense. Go to hiddenholster.com. That's hiddenholster.com. The original hidden holster.
We've been patiently waiting while you tried to ignore us, waiting while you acted like we didn't exist, waiting for our chance to be taken seriously. The wait is over. GCN is available 24/7 at GCNlive.com. Navigate through news from your favorite hosts and download archives of past shows. Download the app on your smartphone or tablet or visit GCNlive.com for instant access and live streaming. GCNlive.com, the future of talk radio, now at your fingertips.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit and carting to a private bank, having it led back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Hi, Ted Anderson. I'm placing a silver dollar in a book explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Gold. It's like nothing else on Earth. From the Romans through the Renaissance, from the Industrial Age to the Space Age, gold has weathered the test of time. For 6,000 years, gold has remained the ultimate store of wealth. According to the World Gold Council and the U.S. Mint, demand is at an all-time high. The stage is being set for the reemergence of gold as the common-sense alternative to a fiat paper currency that gets weaker every day. Midas Resources is proud to offer the hard-hitting report that arms you with the truth you need to protect you and your family from the Fed's plans for your hard-earned money. Don't gamble with your future. Call Midas Resources today and ask for your free copy of As Good as Gold. Call 1-800-686-2237 for the report the Fed hopes you'll never see. As Good as Gold can be yours by calling 800-686-2237. If you have ever thought about owning gold, you must read this report. Call Midas today at 800-686-2237.
Everyone says or does something silly once in a while, but once that embarrassing thing is on the internet, it can spread like a terrible rash. Put it to rest. Get a free expert analysis today from Reputation.com. It only takes 30 seconds. 800-831-0771. We protect your online image by helping to make sure that when people search for you or your business, they find the most current, accurate information possible. Reputation.com, because word travels fast. Call for a free analysis today. 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771.
Thousands of people seeking home security get ripped off every day, and the home security industry wants you to believe that's your only option. They've got hordes of salesmen out there trying to scare you into signing one of their long-term contracts. You get stuck writing huge checks month after month with no way out. It's robbery by contract, and it can cost you thousands. But there's a better way to protect your home. Simply Safe Home Security. Simply Safe has no contracts. None.
This is John Regan sitting in for Vincent today. Larry, I didn't get a chance to ask, are you taking calls today?
I'd love to. In the time I got left, if somebody'd like to call, please do. And John, I am so sorry I paused the show from you. Please forgive me.
It's no problem. We do have a caller,
Yes,
Mike from Tennessee. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, gentlemen. I thank you for taking the call. I just want to briefly say that before the Revolutionary War, the founders, as they were referred to, they posed as Native Americans to do the Tea Party to detract away from them and put a false impression upon the British of the Native Americans. Then you have these people that it's routine in the South where one farmer will go to a neighbor and say, hey, the guy over here, this other neighbor, he says you're white trailer trash. And then he'll go to that neighbor and say, hey, that guy over there, he says you're white trailer trash. Well, they'll usually do it on the weekends when they're drinking and partying, get these two to fighting, One ends up dead, the other in prison, and then the farmer who created this scenario goes in and scoops up all the proceeds and the farms. It's a ruse. If you look at every case in this country where the so-called radical Islam has occurred, you'll find that the FBI, CIA, and other organizations created these events. Remember, Building 7 fell in free fall.
You know, caller, I can't argue that I watched those buildings fall, and it wasn't natural. It wasn't, the chances of one building collapsing in on itself, guys, is 1,000,000 to 1. 1,000,000 to 1. But for two of them to fall in the exact same manner, the numbers are astronomical. However, I cannot, caller, I just can't. I mean, whatever I say here on this program, I have to be able to prove in a court of law. And I just can't prove. I just can't prove that there was something nefarious from our government or anybody else. Now, I told you my position. I don't believe those buildings falling the way they did makes any sense in demolition. So, let's leave it at that, please. But you're right. So much of what's being done to us is that ruse you're talking about, Colin. They're playing us. They're playing us like a Stradivarius. They're playing us against the other. Rape. Since Obama's been president, good Lord. He was going to be the great healer. And for once and for all, race was going to be solved in America. We elected the first black president. My God, it's 10 million times worse. But it's all in the mind. Reality is, I used to say to Bill Clinton, Bill, don't worry. Reality is as one perceives it. And we'll make people believe what we want them to believe. And that's what's going on.
Mike, did you have any other comments?
Yeah, I would just caution people to be very critical thinking, because there's so many people to steer you away from the true source of the problem, which is the government, that realize that the government has all the money, has all the power, and they've got the media. And when they're pushing a narrative that it's the Middle Eastern man living in a cave with a laptop on dialysis who conspired to bring down the World Trade Center, right. Come on. Reality is
Mike, believe me, I'm not arguing with you, brother. I'm not. Please don't take it that way. I'm just saying what I can prove. You understand where I'm coming from, my friend? Don't think I'm disputing what you're saying at all. I'm just saying I can't prove it before the law.
All I'm trying to say is that the Islamic nations, the Muslims, the other religions of the world are not coming over here to get your cookies and your color TV. They wish we would leave them the heck alone. And it's not us, it's the government. They don't hate Americans, they hate the American government. It's the government of the world that are destroying people. That's who they fear, as same as us. We fear the government, not the individuals around us, the government. In this red herring issue of throwing people under the bus, such as the Muslims, it's the government, folks.
Can I throw something in here that I do have some expertise in? You may not know it, but I lived 18 months with the Muslims, with the Mujahideen, fighting the Soviets in Afghanistan. Me. I lived 18 long, miserable months. And I assure you that every Muslim comes out of the chute hating Jews, and then second to that's us. But now, yes, our government should have never gone to the Middle East. We should have never gone in Afghanistan. We could have blown over there and blown it up and destroyed the Taliban and got the hell out. But we should have never gone in Iraq. I warned when the government asked me because of the time I had spent on the ground with the damn mohairs. What was my opinion? I said, you go into Iraq, here's what's going to happen. For everyone you kill, you're going to create 10 more that hate us. And that's where we are. So, Mike, yeah, our government has caused 99.9% of this against us, brought it on us. But they're following us home. And it's a hatred that's biblical. It's a hatred that they come out of the chute with. I've seen it. I never knew. When I was fighting with them, I never knew which one was going to cut my throat in the middle of the night. But anyway, enough of that. John, let me say one thing. I want to thank Vince and you for letting me come on this program every week, kind of conduct a bit of a class, as it were. But I think also we need to thank Ted Anderson, Midas, because we don't realize it, folks, but look at the service Anderson and Midas performed for the nation by putting together GSN. Thanks to Vince, thanks to Alex Jones, a whole lot of this country's getting to be awake that would not be awake otherwise. And Mike, you're right, 1,000,000%. The government controls the media. Everything you hear on the mainstream media is a lie. It's all a lie. And you say, well, it can't all be a lie. Oh, yes, it can. Yes, it can. They have been doing what we called and termed in 1986 social engineering every day in our life. Social engineering, better known, that's colloquial name, brainwashing. Be careful. Be careful what you see. Be careful what you hear from the media. And be damn careful of what you believe. I'm sorry. Go ahead, John. We got any other callers?
Yes, we do. We have Michael from New York. Good morning,
Hello,
Michael.
Michael from New York.
Do we have Michael?
Good morning, guys, and thanks for taking my call, Larry. I got a question on Slick Willie's background, but before I get to that, with the previous caller, Michael, and ultimately, what we're dealing with that makes it so obvious here, guys. Okay, we're over there bombing the crap out of those poor people over there, the Muslims and the Afghans, all these poor people. We're bombing the crap out. We're busting in their doors, interfering with their lives and their country, their sovereignty and all that. All for United Nations, right? This is ultimately a United Nations global takeover using our military as the muscle to make it all happen. Slick Willie was cooperating with it all the way. But now, here's the really funny part, which is outrageous, but it's funny in this respect, and how the Americans aren't catching on. We're over there blasting and bombing, and they tell us from 9/11 that, they hate us. GW, that wussy, tells us, they hate us because we're free and all that nonsense, right? And then at the same time, they're bringing them over here in droves. Okay? You see the contradiction here? You see the setup? They're trying to pit out and clash our cultures against each other. And it's obvious as all could be. And yes, Larry, you're right. They just want them, ultimately they don't hate us, and Mike is right. They don't hate us. They just hate our government, what they're doing to them over there. And they just want to be left alone. And by rights, we should be leaving them alone and minding our own business, like you said, Larry, with Russia. These are all foreign affairs. George Washington warned us not to get involved with political foreign intrigues. Be friends with everybody if you can, and that's as far as it goes. Don't get caught up with the crap.
Michael, we should never have gone there. Look, guys, we assume everybody in the world wants what we got. They don't. They don't. They want to live their life according to their rules, their ways. Maybe we don't like them, maybe we don't understand it. But I'll tell you what they understand in Afghanistan, Michael, and I'll tell you what they understand in Iraq, and I'll tell you what they understand throughout the Middle East. They understand colonialism. They are smart enough to realize we have come in and taken over those countries. That's how they see us. And that's why they fight us so hard. They see us invading their land. How would we like it if China came over and put a machine gun position on every corner?
That day's coming.
Do you think we would say, no, China's not really trying to take us over? No, we'd think just what they do. I'm sorry, Michael. Now, you asked me a question before I go about Slick Willie. What was it?
Yes, sir. Well, Larry, yes, and that's exactly, what it all comes down to. We are an invading force, like the Nazis of Germany, the Bolsheviks of Russia. We are busting in the doors. We are now hated, rightfully so. And yet, it's not the will of the American people. It's those controlling our government, which brings us to Slick Willie's background. Do you know Slick Willie's who his dad was? Because now, he came out of nowhere. Remember, Gary Hart was the lead Democratic nominee at the time for presidential candidate, and he gets caught up in the monkey business fiasco, cheating on his wife, which is no big deal. They all do that, but yet the media hammered him hard, and they knocked him down. So it was all a setup, of course, because out of nowhere comes Slick Willie. And now the media praises him. He's the greatest ever and the smartest man ever and all that nonsense. But then here's the thing. They tell us his background is he doesn't know who his dad is, and he grows up in Arkansas poor.
Michael, you want me to tell you who Bill Clinton told me was his father? And I met him and actually talked to him.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Now, a lot of people bought into this thing. It was Rockefeller, Winthrop Rockefeller. Well, it wasn't, folks. Bill Clinton's father was J. William Fulbright. Senator J. William Fulbright. That's why Bill Clinton, coming up out of college, was tutored all the way, got the Fulbright scholarship, sit on Rhodes Scholarship. That's why he's had the trail buttered for him and greased all the way through.
Now, can I hang on over the break, guys, because there's a couple points.
How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
Everyone says or does something silly once in a while, but once that embarrassing thing is on the internet, it can spread like a terrible rash. Put it to rest. Get a free expert analysis today from Reputation.com. It only takes 30 seconds. 800-831-0771. We protect your online image by helping to make sure that when people search for you or your business, they find the most current, accurate information possible. Reputation.com, because word travels fast. Call for a free analysis today. 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771.
Affordable health insurance was the promise of Obamacare, but for many, the government mandate caused more problems than it solved. And I want to tell you about a truly affordable alternative, Liberty HealthShare. Liberty HealthShare bypasses doctor and hospital panels, giving you the freedom to choose. 100% coverage up to $1 million per year per occurrence, includes dental, vision, pharmacy, and holistic care. Call 1-800-714-6993. 1-800-714-6993. 1-800-714-6993 today.
At 30dayfoodsupply.com, two of our top priorities are providing quality food at a reasonable price and protecting your security. When you call 800-700-2184, we will never record your phone call and never ask for your personal information, like how much food you have stored or where you keep it. We'll also never store your credit card information and email address on a computer. Your email address will never be shared or sold. We'll never limit the number of boxes you can purchase. We'll never use outside packers or use relabeled food from another company. Our meals are naturally high in fiber, carbs, and protein, and everything is packed with oxygen absorbers and Mylar pouches under our direct supervision at our plant in Oregon. Oregon Trail Foods and 30dayfoodsupply.com keep prices low by buying directly from their producers in Oregon and then passing the savings on to you. Call 800-700-2184 and purchase our 30-day 90-serving emergency food supply for only $99, and $10 ships your entire order to the lower 48. Visit our website, 30dayfoodsupply.com, or call 800-700-2184. That's 30dayfoodsupply.com at 800-700-2184.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit and carting to a private bank, having it led back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Ted Anderson, I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state in back taxes, you know they'll never stop coming after you. With bank levies, wage garnishments, they'll even seize your home or business. The good news? A government program for tax debt forgiveness. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative.
I'm Paul Sibley with U.S. Tax Shield. We can help navigate the new laws, get you protected, and resolve your tax issues permanently.
Call the experts at U.S. Tax Shield now for your free consultation and get a guaranteed quote to resolve your case. Call 800-436-6451. That's 800-436-6451.
This is John Regan's Vincent. Down to our last 5 minutes here. So, and Larry might have less time than that. So, Mike, if you could make it quick.
Okay, thank you. Here you go, guys. So, when Slick Willie came out of nowhere taking the lead for Democratic nomination, and the media was, smoking, blowing smoke up his derriere and selling him off like he's the greatest thing. So obviously he's a fast tracker. He had somebody behind him that was making this happen. And of course, those are the major controllers of our government, the Rockefeller family in particular. And so he became the youngest governor of Arkansas, youngest governor of any state at 33 years old in Arkansas, unprecedented. He's a fast tracker. So they sold us as, a hick out of Arkansas, didn't know who his dad was, mom is a drunk, and look how he just becomes a great success. But no, he was a fast tracker, silver spooned at birth by somebody. Now, interestingly, Larry says it's Fulbright, and it may very well be. But we know the Rockefeller's behind it. And then when I came across a photo subsequently of young Slick Willie as a teenager shaking hands with President JFK. Now, how does that happen? Unless somebody's grooming you already. And in that photo, with his arm around young Slick Willie, was David Rockefeller. So it all ties in together for sure. He's been groomed, fast-tracked to be where he was as president and governor and where he is right now.
Well, Michael, I assure you, the reason he was there shaking hands with John Kennedy was because of Senator Fulbright. And he's been fast-tracked all the way. And by the way, guys, let me say this, John. Time has flown by. So, guys, if you want to ask me a question, here is my home number, 440-897-0611. That's 440-897-0611. And guys, you can call me. I'm a regular guy. I'm no celebrity. Now, if you would, kind of give me a couple hours break today due to kind of being a little bit sick. But you can call me because we never seem, John, to have enough time to get to take the calls from the callers. And I know they have questions. And I end up hogging the program and we don't get to many of them. So I just hope everybody knows you can call me. You can call me at home. That's my number. And then the other thing, John, I'll be back here next Tuesday. Every Tuesday, Mr. Vince has said we can have this class. And we're going to have it until we save this country, guys. We're going to have it.
And I'll just remind people on the front page of usaprepares.com, if you just scroll down a bit, you'll see the link for the last show. If you click on that, you'll see that contact information, his phone number, as well as Larry's PayPal account.
And once again, John, I'm sorry about the PayPal account, and I'm sorry, folks, that I find myself in a situation where I have to ask for help, but it's just the way it is. Just the way it is. Well, my friend, I guess that does it for us, huh?
Yeah, we got probably about a minute left. I'd just say I've been finding the information fascinating. Just my comment along the the Muslim line, let's take a look at history. This is not something that just started in the last few decades. This goes back hundreds of years. The Muslims invaded Europe, and if it weren't for a couple of battles, history would have been far different than it is now. They're not using the militaristic line as much anymore. They're using the immigration route and growing the population. So there is a clash of ideology. And
there is indeed. And they're not here to become a part of our society. They're here to take it over.
Well, Larry, thank you very much. Look forward to hearing you next week.
So, until next week, see you all. Thank you, John.
You're welcome. Remember, honesty and integrity. What happens next is up to you.
By now, you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
Hi, this is Walt Augustinowicz. I'm the founder and CEO of ID Stronghold. By now you've heard our commercials about wallets that protect you from electronic pickpocketing. 10 years ago, I created a way to protect my own cards from prying eyes after government officials started talking about issuing a national ID card with a built-in radio chip called RFID. I felt having to broadcast my personal information was an invasion of privacy. Soon after, it was also announced that credit cards, debit cards, U.S. passports, hotel room keys, and even transit passes would all soon incorporate RFID. It was then I formed ID Stronghold to share my inventions in blocking RFID signals with the world. There are a lot of misconceptions out there today about RFID. I encourage everyone to get informed and get protected. Please go to idstronghold.com and get the facts and the wallet, sleeves, or badge holders you need to protect your personal financial data. You'll be pleasantly surprised that through our direct sales model, you won't pay more than other comparable unprotected wallets. It is as though the protection is free. Visit idstronghold.com today.